Everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today I'll be covering a major software update released in August of 2025. So I know I'm a little bit late on this one. This is for the Stromer, it's update 4.5.1.3. I have to say that the Stromer updates have been transformational for Stromer bikes in the past year. I really love the bug fixes, performance enhancements, and features that are being added. I also know that some of you have had issues with downloading the past update. And fortunately, mine came through when it was launched. I did have to call my dealer to have them push it instead of just being downloaded. But this past one worked great. In fact, it was downloading when I was on a ride. It cached. And when I got home, it asked me if I wanted to perform the upgrade, and it just went ahead and did it. So, what I'd like to do today is let's look at what Stromer updated in this version. Some of these are behind the scenes updates and are less obvious, and then some are more obvious. On this new update, there's a key feature specifically for models equipped with the Pinion Smart Shift System that really does transform this bike. The new functions per the Stromer website, they're now letting you see the state of charge percentage on all the ride screens so you can monitor your battery. The trip counter can now display one additional digit, allowing for recording of longer trips. There's a state of health of the battery now to be checked in the system settings in the About section. They'd also pushed out new firmware for the Pinion. So it's version now 1.12.1 for the Pinion Smart Shift System if that's necessary. There's some error text and description improvements, which is great because that was one of my complaints in another video, is that it gives you some sort of weird code without explaining it. I haven't actually seen that one work yet. Cross your fingers that I don't have to, but hopefully it should tell you what the error is going to be about. And then here's the big one, and it's called the pre-select mode. This is introduced as a semi-automatic shifting mode. In this mode, the system automatically shifts to the gear appropriate for the speed when coasting without pedaling. This helps ensure the right gear is active when restarting pedaling. So if you're coasting for a longer distance, the bike will automatically shift gears, and then when you pick back up pedaling, it should be in the right gear. And then there's been some other updates to the Omni system, which you can go to the Stromer website and pull that information off there, but they did some Bluetooth or Omni Bluetooth app type updates. They resolved an issue that prevented the iOS Omni Bluetooth app from functioning correctly. And then they made some various improvements to the bike, like the new Stromer logo on startup and shutdown screens, and improved the automatic setting of the correct time zone. There was an automatic error handling of single hall sensor faults within the EDS controllers. I don't know exactly what that means, but I can tell you whatever they are doing to the torque sensor and some of the controllers has been positive, both in this last update and then this update as well. The bike feels like a brand new bike, which is great. Apparently, they fixed a bug that could cause the remaining range to be incorrectly calculated immediately after restart. I haven't really noticed that as being a bug, but they did have a fix for that. And then they resolved an issue where the TMM calibration pop-up at startup did not display translated text. Again, I have not seen that be an issue. The other thing they did was they updated the firmware for the Blue Brake ABS system. So if it needed an update, they pushed something to the ABS system as well. The big change you'll actually feel is the pre-select mode. Pre-select is a semi-automatic shifting mode that intelligently picks the right gear for you while you're coasting. When you start pedaling again, you're already in the ideal gear, greatly improving your ride. The key benefit here is having your preferred cadence or pedal speed. You can tweak this setting so your pedaling feels right. If you want something harder and you want to work more, you could set that in the system. If you want just a normal cruising cadence, you can set that. And if you want something super easy, you could set that as well. Cadence is measured in revolutions per minute. If you select a lower cadence number, say around 60, you're opting in for a slower, more powerful pedal stroke. A higher cadence like 90 gives you faster, lighter strokes, which is great for cruising on flat roads with less effort. It's the speed of your legs going around in a circle. If you want your legs to go slower and work more, then set a lower cadence speed. If you want to almost freewheel, you can max it out and the bike will figure out the right speed for that. I have mine set around 60 or 65. By default, it was set to 70. I tried to crank it up and I didn't like that. I went down to 50 and didn't like that either. The sweet spot for me is around 60 to 65. So to access the pre-select, go to your Stromer Omni display and then enter the menu. Select Bike and then Smart Shift and finally Pre-select. Here you can set your desired cadence, and then for your start gear, it's the Start Select. If you've been using Start Select, which has been around for a while, you just set that as you normally would. This makes sure that when you come to a complete stop, the bike puts itself in the gear you want it to start out in. In my experience, let's say you're coming to a stop sign, or better yet, a traffic light. Here in the United States, you have traffic lights. As you're riding on the road, let's say you're coming to a red light. I'm going to start coasting because I'm not there yet. Now, as I get obviously closer, I'm continuing to slow down. The Stromer will start shifting to lower gears. And then let's say the light all of a sudden turns green. I start pedaling again. I should be in the right gear to start cruising back at a normal speed, as opposed to coming to a stop light and stopping. The bike then puts you in the correct starting gear. So that's the difference between the two systems, and it works surprisingly well. Also imagine you're coming up on a turn. I see the bike actually shifting as I start to slow down for the turn and go into it. The bike will change gears because it knows I'm going to pick back up again. When I do pick back up, it's in the correct gear, like magically. I haven't encountered any situations where there's been a conflict between the gear I want to be in and the gear it put me in. It makes a pretty good decision most of the time. And remember, manual shifting is still available. From my experience, the pre-select responds really quickly and really accurately. If one of the things you're going to want to do is fine-tune your cadence, so spend some time experimenting with the system. The system adapts really well, but the ideal setting can vary based upon how you ride and where you ride. I think the pre-select and the Smart Shift system just got a lot smarter, which is great. I know other bikes have had this feature. I also know that Pinion makes an app that this was available in for quite a while, but the app and Stromer won't talk to each other. I'm glad that Stromer and Pinion work together to bring this feature to the bikes, because it just makes riding a lot more fun and intuitive. Once you get this dialed in, it really does make the bike feel like a brand new system. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm not an expert at this. I'm learning with everybody else, but I do appreciate any questions you have. And if I can answer them for you, I absolutely will. Thanks for watching and happy riding. Take care.